In today's video, we're taking a step back in time and tapping into the forgotten wisdom of our grandmothers, uncovering some ingenious thrifty tips they used to live below their means. Our grandparents have witnessed times of scarcity and plenty, and their experiences have shaped some unique money-saving tactics. Today, we'll uncover 15 lesser-known and surprising tips that can help us live a more frugal and sustainable lifestyle. So, let's begin our journey into the past. Use soap to the end. Our first tip involves those tiny, seemingly unusable remnants of soap bars. Our grandmothers didn't see these as waste, but as a resource. They would gather these soap bits, place them in a cloth bag, and use this bag as a makeshift scrub during hand or dishwashing. This simple yet clever trick ensured no piece of soap was wasted, extending the life of a soap bar way beyond its apparent end. The envelope budgeting system. Long before electronic spreadsheets and budgeting apps, our grandmothers were masters of household finance. They used an envelope system, assigning different envelopes for different expense categories, like groceries, utilities, and clothes. By allocating a certain amount of cash to each envelope, they created a tangible and visual tool to monitor their expenses and avoid overspending. Homemade cleaning solutions. Do you know what's better than a good, cost-effective cleaning solution? A homemade, cost-effective cleaning solution. Our grandmothers often utilized ingredients readily available in their kitchens, such as vinegar, baking soda, and lemon to concoct effective and eco-friendly cleaning agents. This not only saved them money, but also reduced the use of harmful chemicals found in commercial cleaners. Mend and darn. Today, a small tear or a loose button often means a trip to a clothing store for a replacement. Our grandmothers, however, would first try to repair. They were proficient in mending techniques like darning, which involves fixing holes in clothes with a simple needle and thread. This not only saved them money, but also lengthened the lifespan of their clothes. Rainwater harvesting. Harnessing nature's resources was a common practice for our grandparents. Many of them collected rainwater for various purposes, such as watering plants, cleaning, and even cooking. This practice helped save on their water bills, and it also promoted sustainable living. Cook once, eat twice or thrice. Before we dive into the topic at hand, I have a small request to make. If you're enjoying this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could show your support by subscribing to the channel. This way, you'll be the first to know about future content and updates, and it will also help us reach a wider audience. Thank you for your consideration. Our grandmothers knew the art of reinventing leftovers. They wouldn't just reheat last night's dinner. They would transform it into a completely new dish, thus saving on cooking time and ingredients while adding an element of surprise to each meal. Hand-me-downs. Nothing quite says frugality like the tradition of hand-me-downs. Clothes, books, and even furniture were passed down from one generation to another or among siblings. This not only saved substantial amounts of money, but also fostered a sense of bonding and continuity within the family. Swap, don't shop. Before the advent of huge supermarkets and e-commerce, communities were more tight-knit and bartering was common. Swapping excess garden produce, homemade goods, or even services was a regular part of life. This practice built strong community bonds and significantly cut down on household expenses. Master the art of home canning. Our grandmothers were experts at preserving the bounty of seasonal produce. They would can fruits and vegetables during their peak season, ensuring they had a stash of delicious and nearly free food supplies throughout the year. This practice maximized the use of seasonal produce and provided significant cost savings. Make your own gifts. Grandmothers have always been the queens of DIY, especially when it comes to gift giving. They would knit, bake, craft, or write, creating gifts that were not only cost-effective but also full of personal touch and warmth. Wear it out. The concept of fast fashions would have been alien to our grandparents. They believed in buying fewer high-quality clothes and using them until they were genuinely worn out. This approach not only saved them money but also contributed to a less wasteful lifestyle. Compost kitchen scraps. Kitchen waste was not waste for our grandparents. Vegetable peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells were composted and used to enrich their garden soil. This practice minimized waste and supported a healthier, more productive garden. Hand wash delicate clothes. Our grandmothers would often hand wash delicate clothes to extend their longevity. This not only saved money on dry cleaning but also prevented the premature wear and tear that often comes with machine washing. Utilize free community services. Our grandparents were experts at finding resources and entertainment that didn't break the bank. They frequented public libraries, enjoyed free concerts in the park, and took part in community events. They knew the value of these resources and took full advantage of them. Be content. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, our grandmothers understood the value of contentment. They appreciated what they had and didn't yearn for what they didn't. This simple but profound mindset is the foundation of living below one's means. These tips, rooted in wisdom and practicality, remind us that frugality isn't about deprivation. It's about making thoughtful choices. It's about understanding the difference between wants and needs and finding joy in what we have. As we incorporate these age-old practices into our lives, we'll find that we're not just saving money but also living a more fulfilling and sustainable life. I hope you found these tips as fascinating and inspiring as I have. I'd love to hear about any unusual or surprising money saving tips you've learned from your own grandparents. Share them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the past and found these tips helpful, do give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Thank you for your time today. Until our next video, remember to embrace the wisdom of our forebears, make mindful choices, and live a rich life no matter your means. Remember, frugality isn't about making do with less. It's about doing more with what you have.